Assalamu alaikum, Facebook fam. It's from the bottom to the top, Cat Productions. Kaba Kashif Muhammad, LLIC, Light and Life Rebuilding Center, a center of hope and salvation for the nations. This is my testimony against the nations, part 3. As in part 1 and 2, fam, I always got to take y'all back to that force of power of darkness. I always got to revert back to that, because in order for y'all to get to understand what the knowledge that I'm trying to present to y'all, I had to take y'all back to the beginning so that y'all can, understand what I'm trying to present to you. Okay? That force and power of darkness, the dark region of space, okay, the womb of the universe, where is where the black nation get their color from, the power of darkness. In that darkness, in that womb of the universe, in that dark region of space, is power. It's power that moves the whole universe. It's force and power that moves the whole universe. This is magnetic power. Okay, this is gravitational power. This is power that moves the 9 planets around the sun at the rate of 1,037 miles per hour. That power, that black power, that black force and power, the power of darkness, gave birth to life. It produced life. It produced the air that we're breathing, fam. The same air that we go out every day and we breathe, that air that we breathe has power, has spiritual force, has creative energy. It is creative energy. The air that we breathe. The air that we breathe, that power of darkness produced it. That life, that breath of life that the power of darkness produced, emerged out the dark. It made a motion out of the dark and came into our sight as a life revolver. Okay, this life produced matter that built itself up, produced an atom that built itself up in the 4 elements: earth, wind, fire, water. And from those 4 elements, the human body was molded into shape. It was a black nation that was molded into shape. Now, once the black nation, which is the first people that come out of the atom that life produced. We are the first. We are that atom that life produced. We are that atom that life produced. That life that came out of darkness. That life that the force of power of darkness produced. That life produced an atom. And we are that atom that life produced. Your body consists of that atom that life produced 78 trillion years ago. We are that atom. So, with that being said, fam, with that being said, the air that you are breathing is creative energy. It has power. It has force. But you have the nature to connect with that creative energy, that breath of life. That breath of life channels itself through a body. It channels itself through the human body. That breath of life that we're breathing, that spiritual creative energy, that force of power channels itself through a body. Okay? After matter, after that atom rotated and built itself up into the earth in which we came, that life started channeling itself through that body. We started breathing that breath of life. And that breath of life carries energy. It carries force. It carries power. You have the nature to submit to that power. You, black man and black woman, have the nature to directly connect with that creative energy, that breath of life. Okay? Any other nation that's on this earth. All other nations is the weaker part of the black nation that was grafted up out of us. So it's impossible for them, for creative energy to channel itself through uncircumcised flesh, because the flesh is weak. The nature of all these other nations, the nature of the Chinese nation, the nature of the white nation that was grafted from us, they are the weaker part of us. So creative energy, that force of power, cannot dwell, cannot channel itself through these nations because of the fact that their DNA, their genetic makeup is weaker than the black nation. The black nation is dominant. This is why we can go out there in that sun all year. We can be out there all week, all month. We might turn a shade darker, but we're not going to burn up. We in tune with the creation. We come from the creation. We come from that dark region. Any other nation go out there, they are weak. Their genes are weak. They catch skin cancer. So black man, you are the original. You are that original atom, that original matter that life produced. You are. You are the creative energy. You are that breath of life. You own that breath of life, that creative energy. That creative energy belongs to the black nation. Righteous creative energy. Once that righteous creative energy touches a supreme one that's dominant in nature, more dominant than the rest of us, black people, that creative energy starts to rotate in the mind of that supreme architect, and that supreme architect brings forth a law. He brings forth wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That creative energy enables him to bring forth a will, the will of Allah. And just a touch of his wisdom, just a touch, just a word, and that force of power, that creative energy comes in on the word. It comes in and it starts to rotate our nature and connects us with that force of power. It connects us with that spiritual energy that's channeling itself through the breath of life. That is the breath of life. Creative energy. It takes a word. It takes wisdom to activate it. Once you are disconnected with that wisdom, with the will of Allah, with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the creation, with the universal truth, that force and power can produce through the mind of that supreme dominant architect, Allah. Once you are disconnected from his wisdom, you are disconnected from the creative energy. You are disconnected from the power of your own being. You are totally disconnected from spiritual life. You are now just living a life with no creative energy. You just breathe in the air. But the force of power that's in the air cannot channel itself through you because you have blocked it off by not being connected with the wisdom that the word, with the wisdom that the force and creative energy comes in on. It comes in on the word. With that being said, fam, the will of Allah is what's going to activate your power. Okay? Now, life belongs to the black nation. This is life, man. It comes from that power of darkness. You are the earth. You are that atom, that matter that light produced. You are black, man. You own the earth. You are the earth. You are that life that power of darkness produced. You are. But you walk around here, you disconnected, and everybody's just trampling over you, man. They're looking at you like you're nothing. You know why? Because they know who you are. They know the power that you're capable of producing when you are connected with creative energy. When you are connected with the will of Allah, they know your capabilities. You are the only one that don't know. You walk around here, you're dead. Your mind, your spirit is dead. You're blind and you're deaf. Wake up, my black people. Wake up. Do you know the power that you can produce to build you a life for yourself if you would just connect with the will of Allah, with the creative energy? If you would just listen to his word, just a word, he comes in on a word. The power of the creative energy, the power of Allah comes in on the word. If you would just listen, it would activate your creative energies. And them creative energies, that power through the air that you're breathing would start circulating and rotating and into your body, into your mind. And you would start rotating and elevating and Jesus arise from the dead. You are that Jesus that they're talking about. That's dead and must rise from the dead. You are spiritually dead. We're not talking about no man putting no ground and rising up out no ground on the third day. We're talking about a dead black man that's walking around here disrespecting his black women, cussing his mother out, shooting needles, shooting drugs in his arms, smoking crack, walking around here just a loose cannon. That's dead. That is spiritually dead. If you would come into the knowledge, you would rise above all that. Creative energy, the power of darkness will rise you up from all that, will raise you from the dead. This is why all the nations are coming to America and just walking all over you like a walking black man. You have no power. You reject your power. You reject wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You reject Islam. You reject universal truth. This is the only way that you're going to be connected with that creative energy, through Islam. I'm not talking about Orthodox Islam. I'm not talking about Sunni Islam. I'm not talking about Sufi Islam. I'm not talking about Christianity. I'm talking about Islam as taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the nation of Islam. The nation of Islam that teaches universal truth, that teaches the knowledge of the creation. That's the Islam that will connect you back to that force of power, that creative energy. Once you connect it, then you'll start building a life for yourself. The energies, the powers will work in your favor. The powers things will come in your favor. Money will come in your favor. The power will bring other people that will help you and enable you to make a life for yourself. All type of blessings would come to you. You would develop a system where you can go out and you can make a life for yourself. You can make a living for yourself. That power will work through other people to help you, man. But it's not going to work in your favor. It's not going to do anything for you as long as you're rejecting it. As long as you're throwing it behind your back, man. You turn your back on Islam, you turning your back on power. You turning your back on creative energy. You turning your back on life, man. You won't have no life at all. We got the Jamaicans. We got the Haitians. They coming over here. They see you in the mud of civilization. The Haitians and Jamaicans. Mr. Haitian man, Mr. Jamaican man, you see our people, your own black people in the mud of civilization, and you look at us like we're nothing. You people over there in Jamaica, you people over there in Haiti, y'all grew up, Y'all know what it's like to be with the brotherhood. Y'all know what it's like to be with the brotherhood. The culture y'all got over there is the culture of Islam. Okay? It's a culture of equality. It's a culture of justice. Y'all live the brotherhood over there. We was raised up. We was divided and conquered. We are in the belly of the beast. We had to do what we had to do to survive because our knowledge was taken away from us and we didn't know which way to go until the coming of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. We had just come up out of slavery and we were still dazed, trying to figure life out. We grew up amongst strangers that divided us up, turned us against each other, turned the light-skinned man against the dark man. We came up divided. Y'all came up in a nation of brotherhood. And then you come over here, you look at your own black brother like he nothing, man. Like he nothing. I'm talking about you, Jamaican. I'm talking about you, Haitian. And then you come over here, you take all these brothers' jobs, man. Let's look at the unemployment rate. Let's look at the unemployment rate amongst the blacks. Let's look at it. Mass incarceration keeps black people mired in poverty. It is so deeply connected to American poverty and economic inequality. Mass incarceration, a huge problem that has beset several families, left children to single-parent families, and bedridden the rights of many young men, ex-convicts. In many states, felons are permanently barred from voting, so ex-convicts cannot even participate in the political process to try and change some of the unfair laws. Government reports shows that the current number of black unemployed men is about twice as high as whites, and it has persistently been like that since 1954. The unemployment rate for blacks is 8.8% and against whites 4.5%. These figures, however, do not include those behind bars. According to Wonk blog, if the number of unemployed blacks and whites is added, white unemployment figure inches to between 5 to 6.4%. Black unemployment rate goes up to a shocking 19%. 19%, fam. 19% unemployment for the black man in America. All these nations, all y'all are Haitians, Jamaicans, Mexicans, Cubans. Everybody come over here and take all the jobs. And here it is, the black man, your ancestors were slaves in this country. You built America. Our ancestors built America. America was built off the blood of the black nation. We designed the White House. We picked the crops. We built the buildings. We laid we built the railroads. We built the highways and the byways. Black man did it. Black slave labor. Everybody got rich off the black man, and the black man is walking around here and can't even pay his rent. We have nothing. And then on the add injury, the insult to injury, you letting other nations, white man, come over here and take all the jobs. Take all the jobs, come over here and just use us as a walking mat. When life belongs to us, the earth belongs to us. We built the black nation. But you let other nations come over here and take everything and leave us with nothing. So now what the solution gonna be? What is the solution gonna be for all this unemployment, all these black people, indigenous black people that built this country and have nothing, man? Nothing. You raised the rent up so high till people can't even afford a one bedroom costing $1,500 a month, man. With your water bill that fall out the sky. You're taxing us for that. You're taxing us for this. What is the solution that's going to be for this black nation? What is the solution? The solution is you're going to have to square up with justice with these black people in America that ancestors were slaves in this land. You're going to have to square up with justice. If you don't square up with justice, this black nation got a black God that created the universe. And he's going to step up and take over the earth and give the earth back to who it belonged to, that black nation. And when he stand up, you're not going to like it, man. You're not going to like what he going to do, man. So the best thing for you to do, white nation, square with justice, man. Make reparations, repair the damage, man. Repair the damage to this black nation, man. We are a nation within a nation. We have nothing in America, man, but a drug game. That's all we know, is all our people know is how to sell drugs to each other to survive, man. That's all we know, man. You have taken our power away from us. You have disconnected us with the power of our own being that will enable us to build a world for ourselves. We are disconnected. We are disconnected with the power, man. You took that away from us during slavery. These people have no knowledge, and you gave them an inferior knowledge that would sure enough keep them away from that power of their own being. That power that will bring blessings upon them. That power that will enable them to do what's right. That power that will enable them to build a kingdom, or build a world of peace and righteousness, man, for themselves, man. Square with justice, man. This is my testimony against the nations. Part 3. Part 4, my testimony against the nations. It's next. And it's going to get deeper, and it's going to get deeper, and it's going to get deeper. So stay tuned.